A fashionably challenged girl walks into a high-end magazine company for an interview, only to be immediately met with a massive side-eye from the boss's assistant.
Great. Human resources certainly has an odd sense of humor. Follow me.
The position she's applying for is the second assistant to the legendary editor-in-chief, Miranda. Miranda would typically never allow a girl dressed this casually to even set foot in the building. But Emily, the first assistant, has to follow protocol. She warns Andy that working under Miranda is no walk in the park. She just fired 2 girls last week. Yet, despite the brutality, countless girls are still dying to get in because if you survive a year with Miranda, you can pretty much write your own ticket to any magazine editor position in the industry. Surprisingly, Andy admits she has zero interest in fashion and hasn't even heard of Miranda. Just then, a phone call interrupts them.
Oh my God. No, no, no!
And Andy looks completely confused. Suddenly, the office goes into full-blown panic mode. It's a code red. The dragon lady, Miranda, is arriving early. The entire Runway magazine office descends into chaos. Staff members are frantically clearing cluttered conference tables, girls in flats are scrambling to switch into stilettos, and some are even doing last-minute makeup touch-ups. Even the sweetness of a drink has to match Miranda's preferences with surgical precision. Miranda's aura is so overpowering that people on the street instinctively part ways for her, and nobody dares to share an elevator with her.
Sorry, Miranda.
Working for her means every single day is set to hard mode. But even pushed to the brink by these petty and harsh demands, Emily never complains. That's because she has a dream: to walk the red carpet at Paris Fashion Week. When Andy hands over her impressive resume, Miranda just judges her plain outfit.
And before today, you had never heard of me?
No.
And you have no style or sense of fashion?
Andy doesn't suck up like the others. Instead, she answers honestly that she's here to learn. Realizing Andy knows nothing about fashion, Miranda loses interest in the rest of the introduction immediately. Andy prepares to leave awkwardly, but facing Miranda's dismissal, her competitive streak kicks in.
You're right. I don't fit in here. I am not skinny or glamorous, and I don't know that much about fashion, but I'm smart. I learn fast, and I will work very hard.
I've got the exclusive on the Cavalli for Gwyneth.
Thank you for your time.
Who is that sad little person? Are we doing a before and after piece I don't know about?
Andy leaves feeling defeated. In this place, nobody cares how articulate you are. Everyone's time is money. She thinks she blew the chance, but just as she reaches the lobby, Emily chases her down.
Andrea!
Maybe it was her sincerity or her refusal to be intimidated, but Miranda decides to give Andy a shot. That night over drinks, Andy shares the news with her friends. They are happy for her, but also worried, because Miranda's reputation as a devil is infamous. But Andy is confident, claiming she's not some fragile flower. That confidence gets absolutely obliterated at 6 a.m. sharp the next morning. Andy's phone explodes with noise. It's Emily, demanding Andy have coffee ready before Miranda arrives. Every cup has to be different, and the temperature can't be off by a single degree. Andy rushes to get the coffee, but is still a step behind Miranda.
There's some reason that my coffee isn't here? Has she died or something?
No.
Just as Emily is about to call her, Andy bursts into the office, panting. Emily warns her. One more late arrival, and they are both fired. Emily has to step out and leaves Andy in charge of the phones, strictly warning her not to leave her post. Nigel, the art director, drops off a pair of heels for Andy, reminding her that under Miranda's nose, nobody wears flats. Immediately after, Miranda's voice rings out, summoning her.
Emily. Emily.
She means you.
Miranda never remembers new hires' names since the turnover rate is so high, so she just calls all assistants Emily. Andy tries to correct her.
My name is Andrea, but everybody calls me Andy.
But Miranda just gives a mocking smirk and ignores it, firing off a rapid string of commands for Andy to fetch some skirts. When Andy asks what style,
Please bore someone else with your questions.
Miranda doesn't care that it's her first day or give her a second to adjust. She just piles on more tasks. As Andy turns to leave, Miranda stops her and looks her up and down. The lumpy blue sweater, the ugly skirt, the black tights, and the clunky shoes. Every single item is a fashion crime in Miranda's eyes. Andy leaves the office and immediately puts on the heels Nigel gave her. This is her first step into fitting in, her first lesson in the fashion world. Emily returns just in time. Even though she looks down on Andy, she knows if an assistant screws up, the whole team suffers. So, suppressing her prejudice, she tries to guide Andy. Andy's life is turned upside down by work, but worse than the busyness is the constant judgment. Every time Miranda walks in, she tosses her coat and bag onto Andy's desk. Andy stands there frozen until Emily mouths, "Hang it up," prompting her to scramble. One day, Miranda is frowning at two seemingly identical belts, and Andy accidentally chuckles. This draws everyone's attention. To Andy, the belts look exactly the same, and she can't understand why these fashion moguls are struggling to choose. But she doesn't realize her casual attitude just triggered Miranda. Miranda tells her that the seemingly ordinary blue sweater she is wearing is actually the result of a rigorous selection process by the fashion industry. Her so-called indifference to fashion is merely her enjoying the benefits the industry provides, all while looking down on it. In that moment, Andy realizes that here, professionalism isn't just about skill, it's about respecting the industry. But this realization leaves her more confused. Is this glamorous but suffocating life really what she wants? Back home, Andy vents to her boyfriend Nate about Miranda's harshness and the industry's vanity. She swears she won't get assimilated by this superficial world. She just needs to survive 1 year, and then she can jump to any magazine she wants. Days go by, and the coat-tossing ritual continues. Andy repeats the mundane tasks, getting the perfect coffee, handling random purchases, and even taking care of Miranda's dog. Despite the high pressure, Andy doesn't quit. On a weekend meant for rest, she has dinner with her dad, trying to enjoy some downtime. Her dad is worried about her future.
I'm just trying to understand why someone who got accepted to Stanford Law turns it down to be a journalist, and now you're not even doing that.
Dad, you have to trust me. Being Miranda's assistant opens a lot of doors. Right?
Suddenly, Andy's phone rings, shattering the moment. Because of bad weather, Miranda's flight is canceled, but she must get back tonight for her twins' recital. Miranda demands Andy find a flight immediately. The dinner with her dad is ruined. Andy frantically calls airlines while juggling Miranda's calls.
Please, it's just, I don't know, drizzling. Well, someone must be getting out. Call Donatella, get her jet. Call everybody else that we know that has a jet. Irv, this is your responsibility. This is your job. Get me home.
Oh my God, she's going to murder me.
What does she want you to do? Call the National Guard and have her airlifted out of there?
Of course not. Could I do that?
But due to the storm, all private jets are grounded. Obviously, Miranda misses the recital. Back at the office, Miranda calls Andy in, looking visibly disappointed. She tells Andy she hired her because she thought a smart, fat girl would be different from the usual skinny girls who are just empty shells. But it turns out Andy is even worse. Andy tries to explain she tried her best, but Miranda dismissively waves her off. Holding back tears, Andy runs out of the office and finds Nigel. She pours her heart out, calling Miranda a cold-blooded witch.
So quit.
What?
Quit. I can get another girl to take your job in 5 minutes. One who really wants it.
She doesn't want to quit, she just wants recognition. Nigel, however, gives her a hard dose of reality.
Andy, be serious. You are not trying. You are whining. What is it that you want me to say to you, huh? Do you want me to say, poor you, Miranda's picking on you, poor Andy? Wake up, 6. She's just doing her job.
He tells her the people here either love fashion like Emily or understand the rules like him. Andy is obviously forcing it. Nigel's words wake her up. She refuses to be defined as a failure and decides to change. Nigel takes her into the closet and styles her from head to toe. When Andy walks back into the office wearing a chic outfit and rocking stilettos, everyone is stunned. The colleagues who mocked her are now looking at her with shock and approval. It's not just a change in clothes, it's a mindset shift. When the new Andy shows up in front of her boyfriend Nate, he is speechless.
So, what do you think?
I think we better get out of here before my girlfriend sees you.
From that day on, Andy's outfits are exquisite, trendy, and never repeated. She starts crushing her work, and even Miranda looks at her with a hint of approval. One day, Andy is sent to a cocktail party to coordinate with Miranda's exclusive designer. Perhaps because her new look is radiating confidence, she gets hit on by none other than Christian Thompson, a famous publisher. For Andy, This is a fangirl moment. Christian has been her idol since college. She tries to chat him up, but duty calls, and Miranda summons her away. Inspired, Andy starts proactively studying fashion, memorizing back issues of the magazine, and mastering Miranda's habits to the point where she can anticipate her boss's needs before she even speaks.
And I'll need a change of clothes.
Well, I've already messengered your outfit over to the shoot.
Miranda is actually impressed, but then Miranda drops the ultimate mission impossible on her. Her twin daughters want the unpublished manuscript of the next Harry Potter book, and they need it by 3 p.m. On top of that, she demands a steak be on her desk in 15 minutes. Andy scrambles, rushing to buy the steak while frantically calling every publisher in town. Desperate, she remembers Christian, the editor she met at the bar, and calls him as a Hail Mary. He's stumped at first, so Andy hangs up to deal with the steak. She managed to get the steak to the office on time, only for Miranda to nonchalantly announce that she was going out for lunch. Before leaving, she also reminded Andy.
And if you don't have that Harry Potter book by then, don't even bother coming back.
Furious and humiliated, Andy dumps the steak directly into the sink. She calls Nate, ready to quit. Surprisingly, Nate is happy for her, saying she's changed too much anyway. But right after she hangs up, Christian calls back. Miraculously, he got the manuscript. It wasn't even 3 o'clock when Andy placed the manuscript on Miranda's desk.
One copy. What are my twins going to do with that? Share?
No, I made 2 copies and had them covered, reset, and bound so that they wouldn't look like manuscripts. This is an extra copy to have in file, you know, just in case.
Well, where are these fabulous copies? I don't see them anywhere.
There was the twins, on the train on the way to Grandma's.
Miranda is rendered speechless. Andy has officially won this round. Miranda's approval of her had already surpassed Emily's. During an outdoor shoot that day, Andy sought out Nigel, and Nigel also sensed that Andy was far from her usual self.
It's a busy day, and my personal life is hanging by a thread, that's all.
Well, join the club. That's what happens when you start doing well at work, darling. Let me know when your whole life goes up in smoke. When is this time for a promotion?
It's Nate's birthday, and Andy plans to leave early to celebrate. But just as she stepped out of the building, Miranda called. She demanded that Andy attend the charity benefit that evening, requiring her to memorize the entire guest list with Emily in just 2 hours. Their task was to stay sharp at the gala. Whenever an executive approached Miranda to greet her, they had to immediately prompt her with the person's identity and background, ensuring Miranda could appear as though she knew them intimately. That night, however, Emily's mind went blank due to a high fever, and she completely forgot the details of a key guest. In that critical moment, Andy saved the day with her astounding memory, whispering the guest's name and background just in time. For a split second, a hint of approval flashed in Miranda's eyes. Although Andy had performed perfectly, by the time she returned home in the early hours of the morning, she had missed her boyfriend's birthday. He's sitting alone in the dark, his disappointment filling the room. After her probationary period, Andy won Miranda's trust with her stellar performance and was promoted to first assistant, replacing Emily. This meant Andy would be the one accompanying Miranda to Paris Fashion Week next month. But Andy couldn't find it in herself to celebrate. She knew better than anyone that Paris was Emily's lifelong dream. Emily had been working while sick and starving herself strictly, purely for the chance to wear couture in Paris. Andy felt terrible taking her place. But under Miranda's iron fist, she had no right to refuse. Leaving Miranda's townhouse, Andy's heart felt incredibly heavy. But was this right track, paved with the sacrifice of someone else's dream, truly what she wanted? The more she thought about it, the more lost she felt. The next day, Miranda walked into the office and tossed her coat, not at Andy, but at Emily.
Andrea, don't forget to tell Emily. Do it now.
Don't pick up.
Emily was now doing the grunt work Andy used to do. Just as Andy prepared to break the news about Paris, Emily ran an errand and was struck by a car. Andy had to deliver the news in the hospital. Physical pain mixed with the crushing blow of a shattered dream left Emily furious.
Emily, I know you're mad. I don't blame you.
Face it, Andy. You sold your soul. The day you put on that first pair of Jimmy Choos, I saw it.
Watching Emily wolf down a pudding she wouldn't have dared touch before, Andy's heart was a mix of emotions. She had gotten the opportunity she dreamed of, yet she felt no peace. Andy's life began to spiral into the vortex of fame and fortune. At an event, she ran into Christian again. As he left, he kissed her, a moment witnessed by her best friend, Lily. Andy frantically tried to explain that it was strictly professional, but Lily couldn't understand.
You know, the Andy I know is madly in love with Nate. He's always 5 minutes early in Andy, but this person, this glamazon who skulks around in corners with some random hot fashion guy, I don't get her.
Just then, Nate appeared. Andy, overwhelmed and losing control, vented all her grievances and frustration on him before storming out. Nate chased after her. Andy pleaded that she had no choice, but Nate cut to the chase. Andy had become one of the Runway girls, the very people she used to despise. Her eyes were now filled only with work and status, with no room left for sincerity or warmth. They quietly parted ways. From then on, Andy's world was solely defined by Miranda's commands. She arrived in Paris, entering the dazzling world of Fashion Week. She moves effortlessly through high society, forging connections with countless celebrities and luxury designers. At the same time, she crossed paths with Christian from the publishing house once again. But after a celebratory dinner, Andy accidentally saw a vulnerable side of Miranda. Sitting on the sofa in a gray robe, stripped of her armor, Miranda looked haggard as she revealed her upcoming divorce. But she has no time to grieve. Her schedule is packed. Between saving her marriage and saving her career, Miranda chooses the career without hesitation. That same night, Nigel told Andy he was finally getting a promotion.
But you're leaving. I can't imagine Runway without you.
I'm so excited, though. For the first time in 18 years, I'm going to be able to call the shots in my own life. Oh, my God. I'm going to be able to come to Paris and actually see Paris.
Just as Andy thought things were looking up, she found a mock-up cover in Christian's bag the next morning. It revealed that the board was planning to replace Miranda with her rival, Jacqueline. Andy managed to warn Miranda before the luncheon, but Miranda seems unbothered and walks into the event with her head held high until the banquet officially kicks off. Miranda manages to secure her spot as the editor-in-chief of Runway. It turns out her confidence wasn't arrogance/ignorance. She was playing 4D chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Miranda never plays to lose. To hold on to her throne, she ruthlessly sacrifices her loyal right-hand man, Nigel. She hands the promotion he spent 18 years grinding for over to her rival, just to save her own skin. Nigel becomes total collateral damage in Miranda's power play. On the ride back, Miranda takes the initiative to thank Andy, admitting that she sees a younger version of herself in her, but Andy pushes back hard. Andy immediately pushes back, saying they are nothing alike, and she would never destroy someone else to get ahead.
You already did to Emily. You want this life? Those choices are necessary.
I mean, what if I don't want to live the way you live?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this.
In that moment, the illusion shatters. Andy realizes the success she's chasing is toxic. She is becoming the very thing she hated, someone who chooses ambition over humanity. Right then, her phone rings. The screen flashes Miranda. This time, Andy doesn't answer. She tosses the phone into a fountain. Back in New York, Andy ditches the couture and returns to her simple clothes. She applies for a job at a newspaper, her original dream. During the interview, the manager reveals he called Runway for a background check. Miranda sent a fax herself,
saying that of all the assistants she's ever had, you were by far her biggest disappointment. And if I don't hire you, I am an idiot. Must have done something right.
Just like that, Andy gets the job. She calls Emily and offers her all the designer clothes from Paris as a peace offering.
Well, I don't know. It's a huge imposition, and I'll have to get them taken in. I mean, they'll drown me. But I suppose I could help you out. I will have Roy pick them up this afternoon.
Thanks, Em. I appreciate it. Good luck.
You have some very large shoes to fill. Hope you know that.
Weeks later, Andy spots Miranda on the street. Miranda is back in her element, looking fierce as ever. They lock eyes across the crowd. Andy smiles and waves. Miranda gives her the cold shoulder and gets into her car. But as the window rolls up, the Iron Lady cracks a tiny, barely noticeable smile. In a way, they are the same breed. They just chose different paths. This movie redefines what success really looks like. It doesn't just show us the glitz and glamour of the fashion world. It exposes the brutal reality of the workplace, the complexity of human nature, and the price of growth. In the end, Andy gives up the high pay and prestige of the fashion industry, choosing to return to her roots as an ordinary reporter. Although she loses the spotlight, she gains inner peace and happiness, and that is its own kind of success. Just like in real life, some people chase the career peak while others crave simple happiness. There is no standard right answer. As long as it's what you truly want deep down, that is the best choice. May we all be like Andy on our journey, having the capability to wear Prada to handle the complex workplace, but also the courage to strip away the vanity and return to our true selves. In this chaotic world, always protect that purity and sincerity within your heart.